All right, fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Good week, of course, the end of the week, which a weekend. Uh, Lots to talk about, but I'm going to get to it. Once again, right there, your Baltimore Orioles. Great win today, Mother's Day. They beat the Angels 7-3. Zach Eflin came back from the IL, pitched 5 innings, allowing 2 runs, 5 hits. He had a good game, by the way. They limited his pitches to 83. Of course, he threw a lot of pitches. He went 5 innings, 2 runs, actually 5 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and 83 pitches. And then Dominguez came in for 1 inning, had 1 strikeout. Baker came in for 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Cano finally pitches an inning, strikeout 2. And Bautista came in, allowed the home run, but they were already way behind 7-2 in the ninth with 2 outs. So Lugo hit the home run, the rookie from the Angels. So he was proud to hit it against the best pitcher in baseball, relief pitcher in baseball. So the Orioles finished a good, trip going to Anaheim, taking 2 out of 3. That's their first series win since they beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 in Baltimore. Now they're off tomorrow, and they'll be back home against the Cleveland. I think it's Minnesota or Cleveland Guardians. I want to be sure which one it is. I'm going to say Minnesota. I'll check the schedule in a few minutes, and I'm going to say, it'll be Minnesota, not Cleveland. It'll be Pavich 1-3 versus Richardson 2-2. They'll be at 6:35 p.m. on Tuesday. So the Orioles are off tomorrow, off day. They're flying from Anaheim to Baltimore. So hopefully this can help the team around. Once again, they're hitting. Listen, they only had 7 total base hits in that game. Henderson struck out 3 times, but he had a key 2-run homer. O'Neill still had a couple of walks, but since the disabled list, he's not hitting right yet. Of course, that takes time to develop. Mountcastle is waking up a little bit. He was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Rutschman as a DH, he went 2 for 5. So he's breaking out his slump. He had 2 other hits the other night. So hopefully, the Orioles could get it back on track. The rumors out there is that if Hypett's on the hot seat, I don't think he is, guys. You can't blame a manager for all these injuries the Orioles has. I mean, there's no impossible, guys. Oriole fans, he has too many injuries. And you cannot blame him for that. I mean, that's part of baseball. But at the same time, man, who do they got in the farm system? And I see they don't got, their farm system is not as good as a couple years ago. So the Orioles won. Happy Mother's Day to all your Mother's Day. That's a good gift. Fortunately, not for the Angels, the stadium, but it's baseball. They have fun, and that's the end of the day. So that is your Oriole. Now, I'm going to bring something up. Check tomorrow on my YouTube Shorts. I'll be releasing something that's very interesting. And what I'm going to talk about is actually the Miami Dolphins. Now, I'm going to say this, Dolphin fans. This is the year that the Dolphins need to win. And I'm going to tell you why. I was looking at the draft today, sitting down, looking at each individual players that they drafted. The quarterback they drafted from Texas. The running back they drafted. And I see 3 players' departure. We already know one of them. It's Ramsey. Don't be surprised, Tyreek Hill. And yes, one that will surprise you, Tua Tagovailoa. I was looking at Mike Greer, or Chris Greer, or whatever his name is, and Mike McDaniel. I was looking at what they're doing for the 25-26 season. This is what I'll tell you as Dolphin fans. Don't be surprised, guys. Don't be surprised that we have a mediocre year. Either we win it, we don't win it. But I don't know I know what they're setting up. They're setting up for the future. What is the future? What I just told you. When you look at the clip, it's a short clip. The music has fins up on it. This is where, believe it or not, the 2025-2026 Dolphins are leading. They're leading to the future. They're not looking. I'll be honest with you, they care less if Tua goes. They care less if Ramsey go. They care less if Hill go. Now, do you want Hill right now? You know, he's human, entitled to make mistakes. But coming June 1st, it's going to be very interesting. Because I think the Dolphins are going to let Tyreek Hill probably let go or trade him. I won't say let go, but trade him. They'll look at the salary cap, their salary cap, sorry. I mean, don't be surprised. I don't know why, but I was looking at something that really triggered me by saying this. The Dolphins are looking for the 22, they're looking ahead already. They're looking ahead. Pressure's on Tua? Yes, I think the pressure is on Tua. He has pressure. I don't think Zach Wilson is going to be your backup quarterback, to be honest with you. I think the guy from Texas will take over. And the moment that Tua goes down, I don't think the Dolphins feel very comfortable or has confidence in Zach Wilson. I'll believe that the Texas quarterback will start. That's something that, I don't know, guys. I was thinking about it and looking at their roster. I say, wait a minute. This team is looking for young. They're not looking for the old stuff. They're looking to find what's ahead to the future. So basically, Tua, this could be Tua last year. Who knows? I look at the departure that already left in this team. I look at the young the team's getting. I mean, just think about it, guys. I was like, wow, man, what are the Dolphins are doing? Well, that's what they're doing. They're building for the future. And don't be surprised, like I tell you, don't be surprised. And I'm not surprised at all because Miami Dolphins, listen, if they don't fill that stadium up this year, which they got to win the AFC. They got to do something. If they don't win the AFC, they're actually in trouble, to be honest with you. I'm praying that they do, to be honest with you. I hope they can win it. Because their plans, their plan is to fill that stadium up with a superstar they got. And if you look at it, all the superstars is probably gone already. They let Raheem Mostert go. Braxton Berrios, they let him go. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I don't know. It gives me like a catch-22. Like as a fan, we're gonna be surprised. Dolphins just waived in minicamp. Miami waived undrafted free agent Keelan Hibbett. Undrafted free agent that was waived, but the team continue their rookie minicamp. So here we go. I mean, they're finding something, and now they replace Blake Ferguson by signing Joe Cardona, which is a long snapper. Does it make any difference? I don't think it does, guys. But the minicamp, looking at the Dolphins, and they're looking at youth. They're looking to build this team back into the youth. Uh, they're looking past Tua Tagovailoa. They're looking past Tyreek Hill. That's something that really intrigued me this weekend. I didn't want to, bring it up and all that, but I sat down and look at numbers and look at their age and look at the ball club. Miami is setting up for the future. I'm gonna say it again. And Dolphin fans, don't get upset, don't get mad, but that's what they're doing. Unfortunately, that's what they're doing. It's like they're telling Tua, all right, guy, here it is. We're gonna give you all the tools you need. We're gonna give you everything you need here. Now you show me you could show me if you could actually win this division. If you could take over this division. And I know some of you guys are gonna be upset, but I might say something that might sound kind of negative, and I'm not a negative person. They're setting up Tua for failure. I mean, maybe that sounds kind of weird by saying that kind of thing, but who knows? Because Greer, conference by him coming out and saying, and we all heard this, we're going to draft a quarterback regardless. I don't care what Tua is, or what Tua says. We're getting and he got one. Later on the later round, the 7th round, later round. Okay. Then you get a running back. Wow, you're solid at running back. A-Chain, yeah, he's concussion guy, if you want to call it. Same thing as Waddle injury. See, Waddle, for me, Waddle's going to be the wide receiver leader of this team. I don't think Tyreek Hill is going to be a Dolphin that long. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he is. And why do I say that? Because he, everybody's tired of his childish thing, what he did to Tua about name me the 5 quarterbacks. Of course, here we go. The media, the rumors, the mouth, and people get upset and get mad, and we believe everything they say out there. I know he said it wrong, and he probably said it because that's how he feel at the time. Then now they said there's a Tua and Tyreek Hill, controversy. So if it is that good for Miami? No, I don't think McDaniel's going to tolerate that, and I don't think Greer is going to tolerate that. So prepare ourselves for 2025 and 2026. It's going to be a surprising, and I know it's early. Now, remember, I don't do my picks. I don't do nothing until I think from 1 week from now, 2 weeks from now, the schedule will be released. Some will have some dates and time, and some will have time and date to be announced. Your ball club. Normally at the end of the season, they'll release the teams they're going to play. They just don't have a schedule when they're going to play it. But this is going to be very, very interesting for the Miami Dolphins and for the fans, because you're tired, we're tired, and we want to see this team win. And that's what I can say about the Miami Dolphins. I mean, I've been a Dolphins for a long time, and you see my back. I've been a Dolphin for a long time, but I'm realistic, guys. It's getting tired. It's getting boring. It's getting ridiculous. I mean, continue to pay these players all this big money, which I look at the owner side of it. He's tired too. He says, I don't want to deal with this. I built built this team with superstars, and they don't even show me one playoff win. And we all get hype as a fan. So guess what? We as fans now, we're tired. We say, well, we don't want that. Just give me the freaking W. So now there's competition in minicamp. There's competition once OTA gets there. Trust me. It's going to be interesting. And I'm going to say it again. Don't be shocked that the Miami Dolphins will tell Tua, listen, man, thank you for your service. You did a great, 5 years career here, 5 years that you played with the Dolphins. We appreciate. But this is it. This is his run. This is his last run. And listen, yes, Tua is the best quarterback that we had since Dan Marino. Unfortunately, that is the truth. The number don't lie. Okay? But the injuries don't lie either. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. Tua will have his handful in 2025. The pressure is on. You know, it's funny because they signed Zach Wilson, right? So you sign Zach Wilson. You think that's pressure for Tua? Tua say, oh, man, don't worry, I got my job. But when you go out there and get a rookie or a college kid, basically a rookie, to the NFL, no, now I'm going to give you competition. Worst case scenario is this rookie don't work out. He's safe. How safe is it? I don't know. You know, I got some interviews that I got when they interviewed the rookie of him of mini camp, and the guy's positive and he said he has a job to do and there's competition. Yeah. The first thing they asked him was, is he competing with Zach Wilson? At the end of the day, he says he had to do what he had to do, and he's exactly right. I have to worry about my business. You see, and this is the things that you say, wow, they starting a fire here. Okay, well, Wilson has been so long in the league, but Wilson is not successful. Tua would have been if he had no freaking injuries. Now with the hip. See, I'm worried about the hip. I'm not worried no longer about the concussions. I'm worried about the hip. How could a cracked hip heal that fast? I don't know. You tell me. Now, did they build an offensive line in front of him? Yeah, I agree with that. They built some of it, not all of it. It's still incomplete, of course. But here's the good thing about minicamp and OTAs, and then free agency again, and then players being cut. You start cutting players from other teams. Sometimes they cut good players, good offensive linemen, and Miami start picking. Then you have, remember, the practice squad, which I disagree with the practice squad. But that's something that you have to look at. So it's going to be an interesting 2025-26 year for the Miami Dolphins. Either you do it or you break it. If you break it, guys and girls, fans, fanatics, whatever you want to call it, Dolphins, this is it for Tua. This is it for Tyreek Hill. Ramsey, listen, I hope he finds a home. The next rumor was the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and the season hasn't started yet. I seen the rookies' videos in practice, and that's just practice, man. You put on the pads, go on the field, and it's a different story. But Miami defense, I think, is gonna be well improved. I'm not worried about Ramsey, man. They got players that they could cover the position, man. It's just give a kid an opportunity, give a player a chance. That's all I'm saying. But anyhow, I'm going to leave you with this. Once again, I want to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Tomorrow's Monday. We go back to work. And once again, the Baltimore Orioles winning. And then tonight we have Game 4 that I'll do a recap tomorrow. Game 4 between Toronto and the Florida Panthers. Can the Florida Panthers win tonight and go 2-2 and go back to Toronto? It's going to be interesting. Toronto win tonight. It could be over in Toronto, guys. But anyhow, thank you so much. You guys have a blessed night. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give your thumbs up and leave your comments. And please, please, look at those short videos, man. Very interesting. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Listen, they deserve more than just Mother's Day, man. They're the best. Anyhow, you guys have a blessed night, and I'll see you soon.